James Albertson, a former American River College art professor, recently died. The faculty show at the Kaneko Art Gallery is dedicated to his memory. Shown here are a few art pieces done by Professor Albertson himself in an interview with Marrie Hoffman, an instructional art aide who knew Albertson well.
Hey, my name is Marrie Hoffman, and I'm an instructional aide in the art department. I help with all the different disciplines: photography, ceramics, sculpture. Yeah, I knew Jim, I think, starting about 20 years ago, and he became an adjunct professor here at the college, teaching design and drawing classes. I would occasionally watch his drawing classes, so I knew what kind of teacher he was. Students really listened to him, and that impressed me a lot about him. And he's hardworking, concerned about the students and their work, and he was diligent and concerned about individuals if there's a problem or anything like that. The way I got to know him better was that he collected African art, and so did I, and I didn't know he did for quite a while. And so once we started talking about that, I realized that the guy was a genius because he knew everything. He's probably in the world one of the best collectors. He probably has one of the biggest collections of authentic work, not tourist work, but authentic work actually used. African masks, sculptures, tools, that kind of thing. Anyway, Jim taught me a lot about what to look for and what to find, how to find authentic work. He was very kind because my husband had a stroke 14 years ago, and he can no longer speak or communicate in any way, although cognitively he's still there. Well, anyway, he invited me and my husband over one day, saying, I'd like you guys to come see my artwork. And I said, well, Jim, I said, my husband can't talk, and I really don't know what to say when it comes to dinner party stuff. And so Jim thought for a minute, and he said, well, Marrie, I really do 90% of the talking anyway. So I thought, okay, this is going to work out good. So he and Julia had us over for dinner, and he was just so kind, and and took us around and showed us, different masks. And my husband was able to point out, even though he knew very little bit about African artwork, he was able to point out the real authentic ones. And Jim said, well, geez, Ed, you got a good eye. And any bit of extra money he earned or made went to that. He didn't care about buying clothes and fancy stuff or anything. That's the main thing in his life that he really had a passion about. And then a few weeks later, Jim called me at my home and I said, hey, Jim, great, nice to talk to you. And he goes, I don't want to talk to you, I want to talk to Ed. So, and this was just awesome because nobody calls and wants to talk to Ed because he can't talk. I really remember that, his kindness and patience and, acceptance of somebody disabled, was just totally up there. Like I said, he would give up anything and everything, to get here and teach his classes, and his consideration for his students was just way up there.